What a headshot! What a head!
How's it guys, this is Dayvy, FPL, and welcome back to the Fantasy Premier League video here on my channel. Now in this video I'll be taking you through my very own team selection for the upcoming Game Week 14. So Game Week 14 looks like it's going to be an absolutely massive game week, a lot of good fixtures for our main options, but you guys know what that probably means. It means it's going to be a terrible game week. Now I'll be taking you guys through my Game Week 13 team review. Was it as unlucky as the 13 number suggests? Before we turn our attention to the transfer plan where I have already used 2 free transfers. So that's something you guys are interested in. Sit back, relax, and let's get straight into it. So let's go over that review of Game Week 13, and as mentioned, was it as unlucky as the number 13 suggests? It actually wasn't, and we got a small green arrow to about 560k. So if you guys have been keeping track of my ranks, you'll know that was a green arrow of about 10k places. It's not the biggest game week in the world, but at least it was a green arrow. Now in the comments down below, how did your game week go? I scored 46 points. If you asked Captain Erling Haaland, you probably scored more. And if you guys own someone like Anthony Gordon or Gibbs White, you probably had a massive game week. Now in terms of my upcoming transfer plan, 2 free transfers and 0.2 million left in the bank, so not that much of an upgrade can be made. Now I'm going to start off on our bench, and the bench points were actually quite useful this week. I got Cameron Archer off the bench for his 2-point appearance, unfortunately not Lascelles from Newcastle. Now I wasn't really expecting Newcastle clean sheet, and that's exactly what happened, but I wasn't also expecting Lascelles to score a goal. It was actually a very well taken header, to be honest. But those 7 points will remain rooted to our bench as most of our defenders did feature. But if you guys did start the Newcastle defender, I hope you enjoyed those points. Now I'm going to start off in our goalkeeper department, and the only fit goalkeeper at the moment in our team is going to be Areola, as Flecken is starting for Brentford. Now honestly, I was actually expecting a clean sheet here against this poor Burnley side. If you guys saw the stats in yesterday's Ultimate Guide, one of the worst attacks in the Prem at the moment, but that West Ham defense is one of the worst as well. So it was kind of an unstoppable force versus an immovable object. Don't know which one is the West Ham defense, but they definitely were the loser. Now at least Areola did rack up a save point, but I think he got 3 saves in the first 20 minutes. But if he kept the clean sheet, the bonus points could have been there. Now in terms of Areola, if you guys are looking for a replacement, just stay tuned to that Allison news, as you might have a new second choice goalkeeper in Kelleher. Now moving on to our defensive department, and the transfer in this week was going to be Matty Cash out. I brought Saliba in with that 0.2 left, and I'm super happy that I went for this move after Matty Cash got subbed at halftime for a 0-pointer. Now I wasn't even expecting this move to work out as well in Game Week 13. I didn't own Mbumo, so I thought Brentford might score, but because they kept the clean sheet, it meant an Mbumo blank, which was super nice. So super good fixtures coming up for this Arsenal double up. I'm super happy to have bounced on it 1 week early, and both them ended on 6 points after Gabriel lost his bonus point at the last minute. Then in terms of Gay, overall relatively bad performance from Crystal Palace against Luton. Not saying that I was expecting a clean sheet here, but I thought they would at least win, and unfortunately Gay doesn't offer that much attacking threat. Our midfield department was pretty average overall. Mo Salah got his attacking return as usual against Man City, with that assist for that Trent goal. Now how much impact he had on that Trent goal, I don't exactly know. It was just a great finish from Trent, but I'll happily take the points. And at least you guys got a return if you captained him. Our captain wasn't as lucky, it was Heung-min Son, but he scored a hattie of offside goals. So yes, he had the ball in the back of the net 3 times, but it was offside in all of them. So maybe I should have taught Heung-min Son the offside rule, but if you guys do know Aston Villa, they're masters at the offside trap. Just don't really know why Son wasn't prepared for that. But the differential captain definitely didn't pay off this game week with Salah and Haaland both returning, and I was just super disappointed on Sunday as I was pretty hyped after the Liverpool vs Man City game. At least Bukayo Saka, the patience has paid off. He got an assist for that 1 goal that Arsenal scored against Brentford, and someone also racked up a few bonus points. So in terms of the stats versus return, this was very kind of overperforming. I think his XG was super low in this game, but at least he managed to come out with 8 points. Then another disappointment was going to be Jarrod Bowen. He was facing a late fitness test on Saturday, at least that was the update we got on Friday, and I was hoping that he actually played against this Burnley side. Why, of course, is the fact that Burnley can't really defend, and you would have seen that in the last kind of 5 minutes of this game, conceding 2 goals and actually losing the fixture. So that was the reason we got Archer off the bench for his 2-point appearance, but because Archer blanked, I even wish Bowen came off the bench. So very disappointing kind of result, but I guess that's the risk we did take. He wasn't confirmed fit, there was a chance he missed out, and I think we might have just got a little bit unlucky. Then the last option, Adingra, had a pretty bad game. Brighton scored 3 goals, he didn't get any attacking returns, only racked up a yellow card to take him to 1 point. So our 2 differentials in Jarrod Bowen and Adingra unfortunately didn't get us any returns. Would have really loved some points from these 2. Then our final attacking department is going to be Erling Haaland and Ollie Watkins. Both strikers ended up returning a goal. Haaland just got a bonus point. whereas Ollie Watkins got a yellow card. So Watkins was on for some bonus points as well before that yellow card, but overall what more can you ask for than your two strikers getting goals? Just wish Haaland stayed quiet because I didn't captain him. But overall, as you guys can see, a pretty average game week, but at least it was a small green arrow. I'll take any green arrow at the end of the day. Let me know if you guys also got a green arrow. If you got a red arrow, what are you guys fixing for the upcoming game week 14? And let me know where you guys are sitting in the overall ranks. But now let's head on to our transfer plan. Before I talk about my actual team selection, and the reason I'm doing this and not showing you guys the context is because I've already made these moves. So yes, both moves have already been locked in. So I might have been a little bit impatient on the weekend. I made the first move on Saturday and the second move on Sunday. Yes, I went for the price rises, but I wanted these players anyways. And I honestly think the team looks a lot better. So in terms of the first move that I did on Saturday, I did a Dingra out for Cole Palmer. Now looking back, I think this move might have been a mistake as I could have afforded an Anthony Gordon before his price rise. So on paper, I do actually prefer Gordon. So if you guys can afford him, if you guys haven't done these moves, I would probably go for the Newcastle attacker. Just overall has more attacking threat if Cole Palmer loses penalties. And the reason I did this move is I just thought that Cole Palmer, I want him for the future anyways. From game week 16 onwards, you guys know that Chelsea run, as I always say, the sea of green, and their sea of green is particularly insane. So both these two players are actually facing each other in game week 14. Chelsea are hosting Brighton at Stamford Bridge, but I do prefer that Chelsea attack. Brighton without Lewis Dunk, because of that red card, he's going to miss the next two games, and I just feel like Chelsea have been attacking pretty well at the moment. So yes, I'm saying goodbye to Dingra, my kind of 0.2 or whatever % own differential, but I just feel like Cole Palmer is a better option for the future. But as I said, if you guys can afford some other options, you guys can go there. I had 0.6 left in the bank, Anthony Gordon was 5.8, but I guess I could have gone for someone like a Hwang Hee-chan or even a Gibbs White. So let me know what you guys think on this move down below. Do you agree with me? Do you think that Gordon's a better option than Palmer? I guess I would have done this move anyways in game week 16, so I'm saving myself the free transfer. Now the next option is a little bit more understandable. As you guys will know, I really wanted Mbeumo. Could have happened in game week 13 if Jared Bowen was confirmed out, but I decided to risk it in game week 13 because Bowen had Burnley and Mbeumo had Arsenal. So the logic was there. The only factor that came into account was that Bowen didn't actually play, but for game week 14, I had this move penciled in anyways. So yes, Bowen could return. They have the European game coming up tonight. I'm not saying that Bowen's a bad option. Crystal Palace, Spurs and Fulham are fine fixtures, but I personally prefer Mbeumo, and I think he's the better FPL asset. So Luton, Sheffield United in the next three is simply insane. Then we have Brighton, once again without Lewis Dunk, and that's sandwiched between two pretty high-octane games. So I just believe Mbeumo as a talisman is going to be a great shout over these next 4 game weeks, but just beware, he does blank in game week 18. But as mentioned, these two moves have been locked in. This was done on Sunday before the Mbeumo price rise, and the previous move was done on Saturday before the Cole Palmer one. Now you guys should still be able to afford these moves if you guys haven't done them. As mentioned, I've got 0.6 in the bank, and I think these moves are still going to be worth it. Now if you guys are struggling with your own transfer plan, comment it down below. I'll try and help you guys out wherever I can, or leave me a comment on my Discord server where I might be slightly more active. But now let's head on to the actual team selection for this upcoming game week 14. As mentioned, the team looks stacked. This should be a massive game week, so fingers crossed we have a good one. Then we'll start off on the bench, and we might have some benching dilemmas in terms of our defensive department. At the moment, I've got Lascelles against United at home, and also Gay against West Ham. So both these two selections could be in the starting 11, but I do believe my starting defenders have better fixtures, and therefore a higher ceiling. In terms of Archer, you guys will know Sheffield United are the worst attack in the Prem at the moment, so therefore Archer will be on my bench again. Now my starting goalkeeper will be Areola against Crystal Palace. Without Eze, that does affect their attacking department, but I still don't have any faith in a clean sheet from the West Ham man. So maybe some save points, maybe another 3-pointer, 4-pointer, I'll take that, but it's really the hope that kills us with this goalkeeper. Now backline looks pretty secure. I'm going to start off with Charlie Taylor. I don't think Burnley and secure can be used in the same sentence, but against Sheffield United, the worst attack, I got to hope for something. The reason I also went for Taylor is he does offer some slight attacking threat from fullback, and Burnley really have to win this game if they want to stay in the Prem. So yes, a punt, but Lascelles probably is the more sensible option. I just feel like this punt could pay off in game week 14. Then obviously the double up in that Arsenal defense against Wolves at home, great fixture on the cards. Gabriel and Saliba started in there nicely. Now I do know that Wolves have actually been attacking pretty well at the moment, but that Arsenal defense seems unbreakable, so I'm holding thumbs for a double clean sheet. The midfield department continues to look stacked. I'm going to start off with Mo Salah against Fulham. You guys might notice I don't have the armband on him currently, but I might be swayed by that game week 14 deadline. This game on paper should be a high scoring one. Just watch out for Mo Salah in the Europa League coming up tonight, but otherwise could be a massive game week for the Egyptian. I'm hoping the same could be said about Heung-min Son. A lot of kind of question marks about his place. Should you guys sell him? Should you guys keep him? I'm going to keep him. I still believe he's going to get chances against Man City. So because I don't own any Man City defenders, I hope this is a high scoring affair, and I've actually captained another player in this fixture. So let's see how Son plays out, but I wouldn't have too many expectations. Man City are still a rock solid defense, but Spurs can be their bogey team. Then we have Saka with that Wolves fixture as well. Great fixture on the cards here. Wolves have a few defensive kind of suspensions with those yellow cards, and I'm just hoping that Saka improves his attacking form. So I'm looking for some improved XG stats as well as some XA stats in this one, as I'm looking to hold Saka over this nice run of Arsenal fixtures. Then the last two options are obviously going to be our two transfers in. The first one in Mbumo, and outside Campsey punt potentially. Luton at home, the worst defense in the Prem. I'm hoping this Mbumo transfer pays off immediately. I'm just more comfortable having him in my squad at the current moment though. His ownership is growing as the days go by, and I just think he's a great FPL asset. Then last option, Cole Palmer against Brighton at home. Without Lewis Dunk, I'm expecting quite a few goals, and if you guys saw recently Chelsea's last 6, the action on penalty stats look pretty good. At least now I don't have to be sad if Chelsea get a jammy penalty. Let's just hope that Cole Palmer stays on them and actually converts the chance. Then our forward department picks itself. It's Erling Haaland, so yes, I'm looking to captain Erling Haaland against Spurs at home, but as a Liverpool fan, that's going to make the Fulham game absolutely unwatchable. Now between these two, you guys would have seen in the ultimate guide, it's super close. Projected points 7.6 compared to 7.5. It doesn't get much closer than this game week. But as I said yesterday, any 50-50, you go with Erling Haaland, just the better FPL asset at the end of the day. Then Ollie Watkins against Bournemouth away, great game on the cards here. Aston Villa's action on penalty, very decent, and that Bournemouth defense isn't too great. Let's just hope he doesn't rack up any more yellow cards or missed chances, as I'm really hoping for a massive haul finally. Now in terms of my team selection, I think there's two main concerns. Probably Charlie Taylor. Do I start the Burnley man or someone more comfortable like a Lascelles from Newcastle? And the second big one is going to be all about the captaincy. So comment down below, are you guys captaining Mo Salah or are you guys captaining Erling Haaland? I'm really 50-50 between them. But as mentioned, any transfer dilemmas, any team selection dilemmas, comment them down below. I'll always try and help you guys out. But this is basically going to wrap up the video, guys. Hope you guys did enjoy it. Please don't forget to like if you did and subscribe if you have subscribed yet. I'll see you guys for the deadline stream coming up on Saturday. Hopefully it's a massive game week. For the time being, I'm going to sign off. It's been Dayvy FPL and I'm out. Cheers, bye.